Tiara here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks for tuning in. Today is a cereal inspired soap. We are doing a Fruit Loops or a Fruity Rings soap today. When I was making my crystal ball soap, I had the inspiration to make a Lucky Charms soap, and from there I had the inspiration to make a Fruity Rings or Fruit Loops soap as well. And there's a story behind that, but let me show you what the embeds are going to look like, and bang in the table while I'm at it. So here you go. Looks like a bowl of cereal, right? But it's soap. So these are going to go on top of this soap, and then you'll eventually get to see a Lucky Charms soap in the future as well, so you can look forward to that. But I've just poured in my lye solution in here. These are all my oils that I've melted down, left at room temperature. There is cocoa butter, shea butter, castor butter, canola oil, olive oil, did I say coconut, and a little bit of palm in here as well. And then some sodium lactate, there's some coconut milk, and there's kaolin clay in here, and I'm just going to give this all a whirl. And you can see I have retired the old trusty coconut oil bucket, and I got this 4-quart container off of Amazon, so I can leave a link to that below. It's a lot taller, but it fits everything that I need for my 5-pound mold. Yeah, let's put this into some colors here, and I'm going to apologize because I have a sore throat still. It's not going away, so I might sound like I have a frog in my throat. So I've got some laurel green mica in here. This is from Nurtures. I got some orange vibrance in this one. And then I have some yellow vibrance in this one. And so I'm just splitting this up between these 3 containers. These are the only 3 colors that are going on the inside of this soap. And then the top of it is where all the colors of the Fruit Loops will be. So I'm going to scrape this out. I'm going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide to all of these containers. I'm trying to mute them down just a little bit. So some water and titanium dioxide, and I'll just split that up between those 3. I'm going to scrape out this bucket, and then I'll give each one of these a mix. So I'm going to add my fragrance to these guys. This smells just like Fruity Loops. Just like it, no lie. I have a couple of my girlfriends come over on the weekends, and every time I get new fragrances in, they get to sniff them. And I don't even tell them what the fragrance is. I kind of let them guess and see what notes they could pick out of it. And they were like, that smells like Fruity Pebbles, or I don't know, Lucky Charms. So it smells just like the real cereal. The reason why I am doing the Fruit Loops first is because I was having a lot of trouble finding a Lucky Charms scent, a fragrance oil that smells like Lucky Charms. Believe it or not, I just couldn't find one. And the one I did find was at Bulk Apocryphy, and I was going to buy it, but there were no reviews on it. There was no information on it about how it behaved or how much vanillin was in it. So I didn't want to buy it and have to use it and not get the results that I wanted. I didn't want to be the one to have to test it out, sorry. So I just bought a big giant bottle of this Fruity Rings from Nature's Garden because it's cereal, you know, it smells just like a cereal. So the Fruit Loops and the Lucky Charms soaps are going to smell the same, but they're going to look different. And it doesn't have a lot of vanillin in it. It's like 3%, and it had a picture of what the soap looked like after it cured with the fragrance in it, and it was not even tan. It was very just off-white. So I'm hoping that it doesn't mess up any of these colors. I really want this to be a rainbow looking soap. Alright, so I've mixed this in, and I've kind of thought about what I wanted to do with this soap. I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute that. Depends on how this soap batter behaves. So let's start by pouring in some green. And then I'm going to go in and pour in some of this orange. And I'm going for a tiger stripe on this, which is basically pouring down the middle of each color, which is going to take a while, so this part will be sped up. Okay, for the top of the soap, I am just going to put on a layer of white. So I've mixed up some more soap batter here with some titanium dioxide, and I'm just going to give this a whirl and set it on top of this base here. That could have stayed a little more fluid for me, so it's not going to win any awards for any type of tiger stripe, but I'm sure nonetheless it will be really pretty. So let me give this a mix. Alright, that looks good. So I'm going to pour that on top of this. Alright. So lots of crazy things going on in my life right now. Some good, some I'm hoping turn out really good. I gotta say 2019 has not been my year so far, but I'm gonna try and make it my year. Like, I have been sick, so that's not cool. And I've had some job changes, and there's just a lot of adult decisions going on right now that I have to make. One of them being about my car. So back in December, I made a big change there. I'm actually going to let this sit up a little bit so that I can pile the rest on top of it. So just to add a little something to the top of this, I've mixed up some mica and sweet almond oil, and I'm just going to put some little drops all over this, and then take my little pipette here and just make a little design on the top of it before I go put my cereal pieces on there. So let's get this all swirl. Just wanted to add a little bit of color to what's supposed to be the milk part of it. Like that. And then I'm going to start putting my little cereal pieces on here. So a couple videos I have told you guys about the car I was driving. I had a Ford Focus, 2013 Ford Focus that I had bought in 2016, and it has caused me so many problems. I've gotten so many recalls on the car that it's just not worth having. There was a couple recalls for the transmission because of the software that they installed into this model from like I think the Fiesta 2, and it's for a couple of the years of the models that they had made. They didn't have the software that was compatible with transmission, something along those lines. So every time I would go to accelerate, my car would kick or buck or grind. I have to make sure I am lining these things up right as I'm talking here. It's going to be painstakingly putting all of these little cereal pieces on here. But it was just a dangerous car to drive, and I didn't feel safe with the weather coming up. Hello. Because in Maryland, we get a lot of ice and rain and snow, and it just wasn't comfortable to be driving that in Maryland weather. And I had to get rid of it. They did have a lawsuit against them saying that they were required to fix that problem of the car for life. Only problem is they found a way around it. Because they would update the software and fix the software of the car, they did not guarantee the clutch that was being messed up every time the transmission had a fault because of the software. So I would have to pay for the replacement of the clutch, which is, I don't know, a couple $1,000s. And it just wasn't worth it because it was going to continue happening. So it was like, that's it. I've got to get rid of this car. I have to make a decision. Do I want to buy another used car? Do I want to lose my money because I owe more on this car than it's worth? I think I've given up on lining these up on every single bar here. I think I'm just gonna put them all over, and if they get cut, I don't care. This is so hard to line up because they're so tiny and my hands are slippery and they're falling inside the soap. So yay. Yeah, I owed more money on the car than it was worth, so then there's negative equity, and I've just gotten the short end of the stick with Ford all over. Like, everything about the car. They don't want to buy it back. It's not worth anything. They won't fix it, and it's not safe. So I was like, fine, I'm gonna go out and buy a new car. I'm gonna do one of the biggest adult decisions that I've probably made in my whole entire life. That is go to a dealership and buy a brand new car. Look, there's 3 yellows on that. I am winning. And then I dropped one. Who am I? I don't walk into a dealership and buy a brand new car. This is not my life. But I did, because I figured if I'm going to be paying for a car, I might as well pay for one that I want. I'm not going to tell you what kind of car that I got. I will put that at the end of the video if you want to be surprised. I will tell you it is a Hyundai. It is one of the newer models that they just recently started making. I don't know where I saw this car, but I fell in love with it and I had to have it. I was going for the bright green or bright blue car, but the model that I was willing to pay for did not come in those colors. I had the options of silver, gray, and red, and I don't think I want my insurance premium to go up because I'm driving a red car. Not that that's my color anyway. But I absolutely love this car, and I've already put my little personal touches on it. My last 2 cars, I had stickers on there that said, "Had a very nice day." And, you know, I can't find that now. Not that I need to be putting bumper stickers on a 2019 car, but I did put my Harry Potter sticker on there. And then I did have this Ireland sticker that I was holding on to for like the longest time for that special car. And so now that's on there. Alright, let's put some glitter on here. Why not? Like this sparkle. Let's do this one. Snowflake sparkle. There we go. Like it. Alright, let's let this sit for about 24 hours, and then I will come back to cut it and see what we got on the inside. It smells so good. This is one of those soaps that you're going to have to tell the kids to do not take a bite out of. Alright, let's start cutting this soap. What do you think of it, Bradley? Do those Fruit Loops look realistic?
Are they real Fruit Loops?
I tried to put the color on top so like when you know you have a bowl of cereal and
they start to mix.
Yeah, the colors start to...
The dyes start to mix.
Yeah, that's, you know, the stuff that probably cereal shouldn't be doing it because you're eating it, and yeah.
Right.
So, oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's the effect I was going for there, the milk and the cereal and the colors running into it.
I love it. Looks cool.
I was telling everyone also about my new car. I didn't tell them what kind it was.
No?
It'll be a surprise. You'll have to put that at the end of the video.
Okay.
And how I originally wanted a very bright green or bright blue one, and I couldn't get that.
Yes, this is true.
I wanted a fairy car or a TARDIS car.
TARDIS car.
But I didn't get that. It's okay. I still love my car. You love my car too.
I like it. It's very fun to drive.
And then I also got a letter from Ford that same week saying that there was another recall on the Focus.
That's right.
I was like, not my problem.
Not anymore.
It was a engine problem this time, and that they didn't have the parts to fix it until like 2 months or something like that. So that's one less thing to worry about in my life. I'm happy about that. And I did learn that apparently they don't make CD players in cars anymore.
No, everyone expects you to have
some kind of
Spotify or something,
yes.
You know? Bluetooth.
I got in the car, I was like, where's the CD player? I specifically took out my Alanis Morissette CD from my Ford to put into my new car. No CD player and no heated seats.
Yeah.
Really the only 2 things I can complain about I am that person that has like the big books of old CDs that I still listen to.
Yeah, it drives Bradley crazy.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You're just jealous.
No. Actually, no.
Alright, so happy with the soap. This is supposed to be a tiger swirl. It kind of turned out looking like a tiger swirl, I guess.
It reminds you of the tiger from He-Man. You probably wouldn't know about that.
Nope, sorry, don't know anything about that. Touche.
Yeah, in He-Man there was a green and orange tiger, I think. I can't remember. I think it was green and orange, yeah.
I always tell everyone how, like, Bradley's never seen Indiana Jones, Bradley's never seen The Dark Crystal, he's never seen The Goonies, he's never seen Seinfeld, and he's over here talking about He-Man, and I'm like,
Hey, obviously I watched something when I was a child. He-Man, come on now.
Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bradley, can you smell that? Like, I can't smell anything right now. I'm
yeah,
so
that smells like
up.
Fruit Loops, yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
It does.
Nothing in this world smells to me right now. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. But in the soap making industry, I wish I could smell this right now. It makes it cutting it so much better. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe or hit that notification bell to see future video uploads. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I'll smell you later.
Gorgeous.
Put more stickers on my car. And I'm saying it's removable so I don't feel so bad. But I've got over here, I've got one of my Irish knot, Celtic knot ones. And then I got this one at the Guinness Open Gate Brewery in Baltimore yesterday. And I think I'm going to stick it there. Is that straight this time?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I have issues with not putting stickers all over my car. I like it.
Very nice.